What would Richard Wright think of the self-satisfaction and complacency of his heirs, of the bourgeois plotting and convoluted romance that now pass for African-American literature? What would Richard Wright think of Bigger Thomas's children, larger-than-life brand names, CEOs of consumption, innovators of excess, who experienced the pain of every native son, but failed to analyze its roots?
Que penses-tu, Richard Wright? Que penses-tu? Of the teeming of peoples, of Africa crowded outside of his beloved city, creating a multiple race, multiple ethnic metropolis where Cameroon, Martinique, Haiti are as intimate to the tower, of the arrondissement, just off the Seine.
Mid-20th century, a generation of African-American artists fled domestic apartheid and lynch mobs for the left bank, fine wine, and cafe society. They lived liberated but monitored. They worked freely but estranged from home.
They loved who they pleased, lingering embraces, documented in State Department files.
Himes spent days imagining Harlem. Bowen lingered nights in Giovanni's room. And Wright, burdened by stardom and suspicion, existed in an existential state bordered by philosophy, sex, and despair. What would Richard Wright think of liberty and fraternity in a city where black skin was no longer a novelty or a symbol of artistic privilege? What would Richard Wright think of sub-Sahara Africans whose views on negritude have been complicated by the realities of governance? What would Richard Wright think?
What would you think, Richard Wright? Que penses-tu, Richard Wright? Que penses-tu?